Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hit the bell, subscribe. We have new content coming out daily. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you guys. They're going to try everything they can to not even allow Donald Trump on the primary ballot. You have to understand, this was the plan all along. This probably was launched 6 to 9 months ago, maybe even before that, during the midterm elections probably, as they saw Donald Trump starting to get ready to run. They had the indictments ready to go. And we've been speculating about the 2024 coup. Now, because the Republican establishment hates Trump, because the leaders of the Republican establishment do not want him there, they're just going to kind of be like, well, there's nothing we can do state by state. Many members, not all, because there's some that are terrific, but many members of the donor class are cheering this on. This is welcome news for them. For many people, they woke up and they said, wow, there's a chance. Donald Trump might be 50 points ahead of all of our preferred candidates, but hey, if we can allow him off the primary ballot, we have a shot. We have a chance. This is not some series of random events. You are living through a plan. As we've said before, we on the conservative side have no plan. There is no plan. The RNC does not have a plan. We just kind of feel the vibes, man. In fact, I remember one Trump 2020 campaign official, I asked him a couple days ahead of the 2020 election. I said, hey, how's early voting in this precinct, this county, Pinal, Pima, Maricopa, Yavapai, Fulton, Cobb? He said, man, just let the MAGA vibes flow, man. It's all going to work out. You just got to let it, everyone's going to show up. I was like, yeah, you wonder why we have less than desirable election outcomes. Let the vibes flow. I got so many stories. Not every I can share on air. You're living through a plan. And here's how it works. The whole plan is an ideological laundering process. At some point somewhere, there were guys who had a discussion that went like this. And we wrote this out because it's very smart. Okay, you guys write the law review article. Then you other guys write the op-ed. You guys do the TV hits talking about how correct the law review article is. And then you guys, the elected officials, will take action. And our side just kind of plays totally unprepared. In 1 week, this is how coordinated this is. It's like a well-orchestrated football play. Now that football is back, everything starts to make more sense. The food tastes better. The air is sweeter. That's a separate issue. But it's like a well-orchestrated play. In 1 week, you have the Atlantic, New York Times, 4 series of op-eds. And I want to get the titles again, guys. New York Times says elections are bad for democracy. Just kind of getting that out there, getting the trial balloon out there. Just kind of getting people to think differently about how, oh yeah, maybe elections are bad because we love democracy, so let's suspend elections. Direct quote from the New York Times. Number 2, Atlantic. We vote too much as Americans. Okay, this is all within 48 hours. Number 3, Atlantic. Donald Trump should not be allowed on the ballot. New York Times. Donald Trump should not be allowed on the ballot by David French. So that's 4 different articles that are happening within 24 to 48 hours. Of course it's planned. Of course it's deliberate. This is not just all of a sudden people woke up on Monday morning, August 21st, a week ago. Oh, let's just have all these articles. Hey, David, you wrote the same thing that I did. What are the chances? No. They were probably at the Aspen Institute doing a tabletop exercise over the summer, workshopping. See, the Constitution prohibits Trump from ever being president again. That is 1 week ago. Just about. I mean, it's the 19th. So it was the weekend before, whatever. The dates are Mondays when we covered it. Let's just say, let's just even be generous, 10 days ago. And then 10 days later, you have people that seriously are now filing lawsuits in Secretary of States that say, well, look at this credible thing here. You guys wrote about it, so I have to take it seriously. Our side is so weak. Our side is so feckless. Our side is so compromised. And it's very simple. Are you a card-carrying member of the oligarchy, or are you part of the patriot class? I don't care if you have an R in front of your name. It's irrelevant to me. Listen to this. Corky Messner, quite a name, Corky, who was formerly endorsed by Donald Trump. Listen to this on a local radio interview, Play Cut 17.
There's this article in the Atlantic which summarizes that law review article. The section says, if someone has previously taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and has since engaged and that's a key word, engaged in rebellion or insurrection, or gave comfort and aid to someone who has engaged in rebellion or insurrection, is not qualified to hold office, including the office of the presidency.
This is an incredibly quirky fringe legal theory with zero basis. But now do you understand why from the very beginning they had to label it as an insurrection? They had to. They had this plan from the very beginning. And Republicans are going along with it.